What's up, everybody? Michael here from The Life-Size City. Now, I was doing some thinking the other day because what else am I supposed to do here in spring 2020? Duh. Lots of time for pensive thought. But I was thinking that perhaps it would be interesting to explain where the name The Life-Size City came from. If you've been following the TV series, if it's being shown in your region where you are, or you're just following it on Facebook, seeing some clips on the YouTube channel, before it became a documentary series about urbanism, where I travel to cities around the world and meet people who are doing all they can to make cities better. The Life-Size City, the phrase, the concept, the philosophy has its origin right here in Copenhagen. We all have people that we look up to, that we admire in our personal and professional lives. I am privileged to know an amazing urban thinker, and her name is Lulu Sophia. She's my daughter. She's 12 years old now, but since she was about 3.5 years old, I have called her the world's youngest urbanist. The stuff that came out of her mouth when we're just walking around our neighborhood, it was just nugget after nugget of wisdom. So much so that I started to write it down. But the story here today is the Life-Size City. When Lulu was about 4.5 years old, we were walking around our neighborhood here in Frederiksberg in the heart of Copenhagen. And she had been a bit quiet for a while, and we were holding hands and we were just waiting to cross the street at a pedestrian crosswalk not far from our home. And out of the blue, she just turns to me and looks up and says, "Daddy, when is my city gonna fit me? When is my city gonna fit me?" And I realized that she felt incredibly small on the urban landscape. Children walking around our cities, man, garbage cans are like basketball hoops. Buildings must feel completely out of scale compared to how they feel for us as adults. And I look down and I say, "Hey girl, you know what? You're gonna grow. You're as short as a short thing right now, but you're gonna grow. And look at your big brother, he's growing, everything's gonna be fine." She just sort of looked up at me, didn't say a word. She just gave me that look that kids can give you sometimes. It was like, it's a rhetorical question, for God's sakes, Daddy. But the thing is, I could not get this out of my brain. For weeks, literally weeks afterwards, I am thinking about, does my city fit me? Does it fit me here when I'm cycling through Copenhagen on this stretch? Oh, yes. But there are still places in Copenhagen where you think, I don't think it fits me here. Most cities in the world that I travel to, I don't feel like the city fits me. Weeks of thinking about what this 4.5-year-old said to me on a street corner. And I realized this is the goal. This is the philosophy about how we should design our cities for the better. A city should feel like it fits you like a glove, whether you are 4.5 or 104.5 and everybody in between. That is what every street in every city in the world should feel like. Now, Lulu did not hand me the phrase, the life-size city, on a silver platter. I mean, she was 4.5 years old. You know, she could barely form complete sentences in any language. And I developed this phrase, the life-size city. It became an important concept to me, a primary philosophy in my work in urbanism. Later, when I was developing the idea for this series, together with my friend Nick, the executive producer on the series in Montreal, I realized that I had the name already. Here we are today. Hopefully, you like the series and all the work that we put into it and the product. I simply can't take credit for the very important, the poignant idea that gave me the phrase, the life-size city later. All of that credit goes directly to my daughter, Lulu Sophia, the Lulu. I just really hope she doesn't know anything about intellectual property and what a lawyer does, but hey.